Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I got another video for y'all. Moshi the commentator. In the title of this video, I want to talk about the 3 taboos. Now, before I talk about these 3 taboos in modern day society, we know in the so-called black community, we got the 3 don'ts when it comes to us brothers. And sisters too, to a certain extent, but man and brothers, the 3 don'ts. Now I heard this from an elder a long time ago. An elder by the name of Brother Dawood. He was a Muslim brother. I don't know if he transitioned, but if he transitioned, may the Most High welcome him with open arms, and may he be graced by the ancestors. But yeah, Brother Dawood, he was in a conscious community, like I want to say like in the mid-2000s. Y'all probably might know who I'm talking about. Brother Dawood, he probably transitioned though, because he was an elder, and he said the 3 don'ts. The 3 don'ts, you know, the 3 D's are the 3 don'ts. Don't fight or argue over money, drugs, or women. And those 3 things is what get the brothers locked up or to an early grave. A lot of brothers get into altercations over drugs, money, and women. The 3 D's, the 3 don'ts. That's when it pertains to us in the black community. Now, the 3 taboos I want to talk about in modern day society, you know, and this piggybacking off of what's happened to Charlie Kirk. You know, I made that rant video. It was kind of heated, you know. I kind of calmed down a little bit, you know, even though I went off on certain things. You know, it's just a crazy situation. And it just shows me that we living in a world that you could get unalive off of social media beef, and it's, you know, or what you say. And that's what I mean, the 3 taboos. Like when you're in public or even on social media, you got to be careful. The 3 taboos. Don't discuss religion, race, or politics these days. You got to make sure you discuss, you got to be careful when you discuss that with your family, especially religion. Especially religion. Religion, politics, and race. Don't discuss that on your job. Please don't. If you on a job, keep that to yourself. Try not to discuss the 3 taboos on the workplace, because if you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, or even if you offend somebody that hear you talking to somebody, they're going to report you to HR and trying to get you to lose your job. People are petty. I'm telling you, people are petty. You got to be careful. You have to be careful. The 3 taboos. Don't discuss religion, race, and politics. Religion and politics is the main 2. I don't know, man. This is a triad. I call it the Taboo Triad. That's a good title. The Taboo Triad. You know, when you think of the word triad, a triangle, that means 3. Triad, you know, a triangle. And watch, somebody gonna come up with this talking point, because the big content creators, they steal from the smaller channels. These big content creators, they steal from the smaller channels. Now you see, I came up with the term Taboo Triad. One of these big shot content creators gonna come across this video, and they gonna start using that talking point, and they're not gonna acknowledge where they get it from. That's how they do. That's how they do, because a lot of these big YouTubers, they buying subscribers, they buying views, and they jealous because the smaller channels starting to get monetized and getting views. But enough about that. Yeah, but the Taboo Triad, religion, politics, and race. You discuss that, because look what's going on now. Ever since Charlie Kirk got assassinated, you know, a lot of people suspecting that a civil war might brew. We can't afford to have no damn civil war in this society. We already battling the economy. How the hell we gonna have a goddamn civil war in America when most of us are a paycheck away from being on the streets? Come on now. To all these gun-ho crazy militias out there, got all these guns. When hard times fall, you can't eat them bullets. If we was in a post-apocalyptic scenario and your guts touching, your children crying of hunger, them guns ain't gonna mean anything, especially if you're not using them to hunt wildlife. And during times of apocalypse scenarios, wildlife gonna be scarce. The wildlife gonna be scarce. I'm just saying. But yeah, all y'all you know, gun-ho, patriotic, people that's talking about a civil war might brew. We can't afford to have no civil war in this country. Because if we do, that's going to give our enemies the opportunity to take advantage of us, like Russia, China, Saudi Arabia, Iran, America's enemies. They actually hope for that. Russia and China, they hope for a civil war in America because they're going to laugh at that and take the opportunity to try to invade us while we fighting amongst each other. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. This country always been divided since day one. It's nothing but lies and illusions. Talking about every man is equal. No, every man ain't equal. If every man was equal, it'll be equity in society. There'll be equity and fairness. That's just a lie. It's a bold-faced lie from the pits of hell. But yeah, the 3 taboos: religion, especially religion. If you're a Christian, a Muslim, Buddhist, Baptist, Israelite, practice Judaism, you get into a heated debate with somebody, man, they gonna try to attack you. You might try to, if you're a Christian, you trying to spread the love of Jesus to a radical Muslim, you better watch your back. He might try to declare jihad on you. Especially if you're in a Muslim community in certain cities, because they got Muslim areas in certain cities. You can't be going there and preaching the gospel, man. They gonna declare jihad on you. Just like you got these camp Israelites be debating Christians on the streets. I look at it like this, man. Y'all, it's a waste of time to debate, man, because I look at it like this, man. Most people that's on hard times, they don't want to hear no they don't want to hear no scripture, especially if they ain't doing good financially. You got a lot of men out here hurting, man. They don't want to hear no sermon, man. A lot of invisible men out here hurting, man. They not getting play from women. They getting demoralized on these jobs. A lot of young guys, man, they don't want to hear that, man. You got to uplift that man, Then they'll probably want to hear that word, man, Oh, man, I'm going to pray for you, brother, man. I'm going to pray for you. When most people tell you that, they don't even follow that. That's just all cap. That's all cap when they say, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for your sister. I'm going to pray for your brother. It's all cap. They probably pray for your downfall. That's the sad thing. That's the harsh truth. That's the sad truth. Even your own family pray against you. The cold hard truth is most people are happy for you when you at a lower state. When they figure they doing better than you in life, they happy. They love to be around you. But soon as you get a breakthrough, soon as you get an inch, soon as the Most High give you an inch of a breakthrough, oh man, they switching up on you. Your family switching up on you. Your coworkers switching up on you. Even your spouse will switch up on you. Even your children. It's sad, bro. We live in an evil world. This world is evil. And you got, some people be like, oh man, we living in some exciting times. No, we not. We living in the worst times of society. This is the dark age of man. This is a dark age for men that's trying to do the right thing. This is the dark age for men. It seems like the bad guys is winning, It's like, man, we've been lied to, man. We've been taught to be nice guys, good, but they didn't teach us. They should have taught us to be the bad guys. Because the bad guys is the ones that's getting the families, getting the promotions on the job. The good men, they ain't getting shit in life. They getting scraps. And that's how I felt all my life, trying to do the right thing. I felt like I got scraps, and I'm just venting. I'm expressing myself. I'll do. This is the God honest truth. I felt like I got scraps of life. And I'm not a bad person. I ain't going out there and robbing nobody, trying to cause ruckus, And I know somebody gonna come across, oh man, he on his self-righteous. No, I'm just being real. It seems like if you the bad guy, man, you get the favor in society. And sometimes I question the most. I be like, man, who side you really on, y'all? You look like you for the bad guys. You got some of these men, they pray for certain things in life and they ain't getting it. And you see these no good motherfuckers, man, they getting it like that. I be like, man, these motherfuckers got a genie or something? What's up? These motherfuckers made a covenant with a genie or jinn? Shit. But yeah, it just seems like that. And a lot of y'all can relate to this. You know, I'm being real, man. A lot of men can relate to this. And shout out to the men that can relate, man, because I don't want to be around fake motherfuckers, man. I can't stand fake motherfuckers. They act like they ain't going through shit in life. You know, they act like everything is peaches and cream because they might have certain things that other men desire. And they just gonna come with the pep talk, man. You just gotta work on yourself, man. You got so many men, they do all that shit and they still ain't getting no results in life. Like I said, life is cruel, man. Like God ain't, man, the Most High ain't a fair power, man. If life ain't fair, that means God ain't fair. Yeah, this is non-debatable. This is non-debatable. If life ain't fair, that means God's ain't fair. You can't have your cake and eat it too, religious people. You can't have your cake and eat it too. How y'all say he's a fair God? Okay, he's a fair, yeah, okay, to a certain extent. You know, he have favorites. If you read the Bible, God has favorites. His favorite animal, his favorite beast is the lion. His favorite bird is the dove. You know, he even have a chosen people. The Israelites, that's his chosen people. Even though they don't act like it, they treat each other like shit. The Israelites, they don't even know they Israelites. They still teach. Even the ones who know the goddamn truth, they treat each other like shit. They ain't building shit. All they doing is forming these camps and congregations. You know, having these feast days and shit. They ain't building shit like other nations. Y'all want to call a white man a devil and shit. Y'all being the bigger devil than the white man to each other. Wearing these fringes and shit. Shalom, brother. Shalom, sister. Sleeping with each other. Wise, man. Y'all some fake motherfuckers. You know? And I agree. This is the most fakest movement on earth. The Israelite movement. It is the fakest. You know? I used to fellowship with a brother, you know. And shout out to that brother. No hard feelings. And I agree with him. This is the most fakest movement. This is the fakest movement. And I see why a lot of brothers and sisters left this truth, so-called truth. And I don't judge them. I used to be the ones condemning people. I ain't gonna lie. This is a true testimony. This is a true testimony. I used to be one of the first people to condemn. Oh, look at this damn devil. Look at this witch. She going back into the world. She gonna do this. This brother gonna probably be scoffing down the pork and shellfish and stuff. Man, and I realized, man, I don't know what that brother or sister been through, you know, and I don't condemn them. I wish them the best out of life. I wish peace be upon them. And that's real talk. You see, I can mature, you know, I'm kind of wising up. But yeah, I don't judge people that leave a certain religion off faith. I don't do that shit no more. Because at the end of the day, your happiness matters. I don't care who you is. I don't care what's your belief. I don't even give a damn if you're an atheist. I don't care if you worship the Hindu gods or the Norse gods. Man, I want you to be happy in this life. Because there's a lot of evil going on in this world, man. It's too much negativity. You know, it's too much fucking division, man. This is supposed to be the so-called land of the free. But the taboo triad is keeping people divided. Race, religion, and politics. And most people that get into arguments over politics, into fights, y'all don't realize y'all need to wake up. Y'all both being played. It don't matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, man, it doesn't matter what you root for. You still got to pay taxes. The rich people don't care about if you're a Republican or Democrat. You still got to pay taxes. You still got to renew your license every year to 2 years. You got to renew your car inspection sticker. And you still going to suffer through the battle of inflation, you know. So it doesn't matter who you vote for. Because at the end of the day, they're going to do what the hell they want when they get in office anyway. We have no power over it. We just got to watch the show. Like I said, I know my mind all over the place. You know, my mind all over the place. You know, as it is what it is. But yeah, sometimes I ponder that, though. I think, I'm an overthinker. Sometimes I use my thinking cap. I'm not afraid to question certain things. We've been taught all our lives not to question. Oh, you're not supposed to question God. You're not supposed to question the government. No. You have a right to question because we ain't asked to come here to this world. We ain't asked to be born. That's why I say we had true free will. If we had true free will, we'd have decided to have been born to a better world than this. I'm just being honest. This is the truth. If we had true free will, we would be able to, it'd be like a video game. You'll be able to pick the race you want to be. You'll be able to pick your parents, your family. If we had true free will, everybody be born in rich families. And I think, the Most High knows that. So, he probably say, nah, if I give them too much free will, everybody gonna want to be born a certain way. Everybody gonna want to be born in a rich family. So I gotta have some people be born in poor families. I'm gonna have people be born in broken families. I'm gonna have people be born in intact families, and vice versa, and so on, because it brings color and it brings, I guess, flavor to the world he created, And sometimes I think we all just pawns in the game. It's just like, it's like we are the chess pieces as the human race. We nothing but pawns on the chessboard of life. One side you got the devil and the other side you got God. And they just playing chess with our asses. We ain't nothing but chess pieces. We just pawns on the big giant chess table. In the world is the chessboard, and humanity, is the chess pieces. And the players is God and the devil. And we all being played, Yeah, sometimes I think that. Yeah. And I know, some people might comment, they gonna say, oh man, you losing your mind. You're losing. No, I ain't losing my mind. I'm just, I'm just expressing myself. A lot of people don't have the courage, to go that route, But yeah, and shout out to the people, that's doing content, questioning certain things in life, man. Y'all ain't crazy. Y'all just want to know. Y'all just seeking answers. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. Y'all just seeking answers. Y'all just seeking answers. But yeah, man, the 3 taboos: religion, race, and politics. The Taboo Triad. It's the Taboo Triad that's dividing this country, man. And, like I said, we don't have true free will because we couldn't control what race that we was going to be when we was going to born, or what gender, our height. We could control our weight, but our skin color, our ethnicity, and height, we can't control that. Like you see, you got a community of men, what they call themselves, the sub 5 man. What the hell is a sub 5? I guess like a short, unattractive man, a sub 5 man. What the freak? Man, don't call yourself that, man. You a goddamn man. All y'all men that calling yourself that stupid ass term or sub 5 male, fuck that shit, man. Don't let society label y'all that shit. Grow a pair of balls and grab your nuts and stand up straight as a man. I don't care if you're 5'5" or 5'8", because let me tell you something, man. Y'all short guys, y'all want to pit these tall guys on a pedestal, man. Some of the most toughest guys are the short guys. 5'8", 5'7", 5'4". That's some badass warriors, man. The short men. If you go to prison, man, and you see some of the most hardcore prisoners, like if they do, like watch some of these prison documentaries about some of the most toughest prisoners. A lot of them are short. They like 5'8", 5'6". You ain't gonna, you rarely might see one about 6'10" or 6'8", but most of them they under the 5'10" range. They probably like 5'9" and under. And there's some of them, and they some bad motherfuckers. They will cut you up. They will jump on you like a honey badger and fuck you up. They don't care, man. They got some of these short guys. They don't care if you 6'8". They gonna jump on you like a honey badger and fuck you up. That's real talk. So y'all short dudes, man, in that community, man, y'all stop pitting tall dudes on a pedestal, man. Fuck what society think. Because there's a lot of short men out there winning with women, man. Don't believe that sub, whatever y'all say, the sub 5 man or whatever. That's bullshit, man. Just, work on yourself, go to the gym, seek the Most High, if, wherever your fate is, Allah, Buddha, wherever your fate is, man. Commune with your powers, man. Commune with your Elohim. Commune with your deity, whatever you worship. Because whatever deity you worship, they already know what you're going through in this earth. And it's easier said than done because, we let our anger and what we going through stop us from talking to God. Now, I'm guilty of that shit. I'll be the first motherfucker to say I'm guilty of that shit. I let my anger and overthinking stop me from talking to the Creator. Ain't no shame. I'm just being honest. I'm being transparent. Another thing, men, stop saying you're being vulnerable. Say you're being transparent, because vulnerable, if you break the word vulnerable down, it means weakness and you open for attack. So just say you being transparent. Men got to start using that word, transparent. Like if you open it up and venting on these videos or live streams, just say you're being transparent. Say, brother, I'm about to be transparent. I'm about to be transparent to y'all, or my audience. Say that. Start saying that, man. Don't matter if you black, white, Asian, men in general. Start saying the word transparent. Stop saying vulnerable, or I'm about to be vulnerable on this video. Stop that. Stop that, bro. Stop that. Say you about to be transparent. Don't call yourself vulnerable. Say you're being transparent. I just wanted to put that out there. You know, I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, and I got that from the brother Jason Wilson. Shout out to that brother Jason Wilson. He got some good books. By the way, I gotta read his books called like Cry Like a Man, Battle Cry. Jason Wilson. He have a channel on YouTube. He a man of faith. Yeah, so that's what I got that talking point from. Jason Wilson. Say you're being transparent, man. Stop saying you're being vulnerable. Even when you open it up to your women, your wife or lady, say, look, babe, I'm about to be transparent, you know, and say what's on your mind, you know, if she agree with it, if she don't. And another thing Jason Wilson said, you know, if your woman don't want to hear you out when you're being transparent, she's not the woman for you. She ain't the one for you. Leave her ass. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, you know, and that's you got a lot of men suffering like that. They're in relationships and marriages, and they know the woman is treating them like dog shit, but they want to stay for the sake of the children. And I'm gonna just gonna be transparent. A lot of men, they don't have too much access to, you know what, so they'll deal with a toxic woman just because they got access to some snatch. And a lot of men going through that too. Well, the old school guys call that P-whip. Y'all know what I mean. You know, like if you're around your old school uncles and pops, they be like, oh man, so-and-so P-whip, man. He P-whipped. He whipped, man. He P-whipped. And that's what that means. But yeah. But like I say, man, this is the most demoralizing men in history. Because when I think about like the kings of the ancient world, you know, like it don't matter if it was King Solomon, David, or even the Persian kings, even the Egyptian kings. They didn't have problems. They had concubines, man. They had harems and shit. You know, now some people might not agree with a man having a harem, but back in the ancient world, they didn't give it. Even the Roman emperors, man, even though there were some fun boys, a lot of these Roman and Greek leaders, they were some Fruit Loops. They still, you know, had harem and women, but rarely they dealt with the women because they was after the boys. Oh, freaky Greeks and Romans, oh, Fruit Loops, man, dirty bastards. What the hell wrong with them? And now, you know, they just crazy. It ain't nothing new under the sun because they still get down like that. A lot of these old, rich, perverted bastards, they still seek out young boys. You know, I know they talk about the trafficking, like human trafficking is a lot of young women. They traffic young men too. It's young men getting trafficking out there. Like I say, we live in an evil world, man. Straight up. But yeah, shout out to Jason Wilson, content creator, author, family man. He a man of faith. He know about the truth. He acknowledged the Most High as Yah and Christ as Yeshua, you know. But yeah. But eventually I'm gonna get back to where I belong, you know, spiritually. You know, we all have a spiritually how I wanna say this, a spiritual derailment. Even the Bible said that a righteous man falls 7 times, but he get back up. You know, everybody have a spiritual derailment in life, man. I don't care what your faith. I don't even care if you a Muslim, Christian, Israelite, Buddhist. Even if you practice in spirituality, you know, you're gonna have a point in life when you have that derailment. Like you might stop praying, you might stop reading your holy books for a year or 2. You might stop doing the feast days or whatever, or the traditions and rites and rituals and stuff, until you fall, you decide to come back. And that's why I understand, man, you know, the Most High, you know, he loves his people, man. We don't deserve God's love. None of us do. Not even me. Nobody on earth deserves God's love. Because look how we treat each other as a race of people, the human race as a whole. Look how we do each other. Nobody should be starving, man. Nobody should be homeless. You know, everybody should have an equal opportunity to succeed in life. But it's not like that though. Because the evil powers that be, they want to have the rich and the poor. They don't want no more middle class. You know, they don't want no more middle class. Straight up. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short because a lot of people, I notice on YouTube, a lot of people have short attention spans. They don't want to sit and watch a 25-minute video, you know, but if I was talking about some buffoonery, they would. But it is what it is. I don't care. Whoever watched this video, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the best. Who don't watch the whole thing, oh well, I'm going to just, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm probably going to come with a slew of videos. You know, I might start uploading more videos, sitting at the table, ranting at the hourglass, man. Like I said, shout out, man, just shout out to the who watch. But yeah, man, we live in an evil world, man. The 3 Ds, man. Don't engage in the conversations about politics, race, and religion, especially if you at the jobs, even if you in public, even with your own family, because it's going to turn into a heated debate, might turn into a fist fight, and y'all forbid, it'll turn into a shootout. We don't want to hear no more shit like that. People get into shootouts over a damn debate over religion, politics, and race. Because look what happened to Charlie Kirk. You know, he had certain views. Now, some of the views he had, I didn't agree with that. But and like I said, he was unalived by one of his own, by, you know, white on white crime. It's crazy. You know, crazy. But all right, I'm going to cut this video short. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.